Hey, welcome. Today we're diving into something really fascinating, using AI not just for answers, but for some deep personal discovery. We're going to break down a protocol called Somatic Identity Synthesis, which is basically a structured way to have a conversation with an AI to understand ourselves on a whole new level.
So let's start with a question that I bet feels familiar to a lot of us. Have you ever felt stuck in a loop? You know, a repetitive pattern you can physically feel, but you just can't find the words for it? How on earth could a piece of technology, an AI, help with something so personal, so human? Well, that's exactly what we're going to explore.
All right, so the whole process kicks off from a place that's, well, it's pretty common. It's that feeling, that sense that you're right on the edge of something new, but you're also just completely stuck where you are.
This quote from the source material just nails that feeling, doesn't it? It's not about not wanting to change, it's about being at this gateway you can literally feel, but you just don't have the words or the map to get through it.
Now, this is where it gets really interesting. This slide shows a key paradox in this whole thing. That feeling of a closed door, of being blocked, it's not a dead end. In this somatic identity synthesis protocol, it's actually the signal that the ground you're standing on is ready for something new. That block, it becomes the starting point for whatever you need to build next.
So, how do you get from that abstract feeling to real clarity? This is exactly where the AI comes into the picture. The next phase is all about defining that repetitive loop, not with abstract thoughts, but with hard data from your own body. And here's the big insight. Our mental and emotional loops have a physical signature. They aren't just floating around in our heads. Whenever that old pattern tries to take over again, your body sends out these little signals, kind of like a subtle alarm system.
And we're not talking about vague feelings here. The process has you notice really specific physical cues, these somatic signals, like a tension in the left side of your neck, a slight collapse in your chest, or that gut punch feeling of your heart sinking. These very specific sensations, that's the raw data you're going to feed to the AI. Okay, this is absolutely crucial to get. The AI is not your therapist, it's a translator. Within the very clear boundaries of the Somatic Identity Synthesis Protocol, the LLM takes these physical data points and helps you map them. It turns "my neck feels tight" into a structural coordinate, a precise point on the map of your inner pattern, and it does this without any judgment or interpretation. It's just a tool.
So once you have this pattern mapped out with these coordinates, the protocol takes a really radical turn. It's not about fighting the pattern, it's not about trying to smash through that block. No, it's about something way smarter.
And this one question, wow, it changes the entire game. Instead of asking, how do I break this door down, the protocol, with the AI's help, guides you to ask, what support is missing that's keeping this door shut in the first place? See how that shifts things? It goes from being a fight to being a construction project.
This slide just lays out the difference so clearly. The old way, forcing it, just leads to burnout, frustration, and you end up right back in the same loop. But the Somatic Identity Synthesis Protocol is designed to avoid that collapse. You're never left feeling exposed or raw because you're not tearing anything down. You're simply finding the gap and building the support you need first.
So what happens when you actually follow this process? When you map the loop using your body signals and build the support instead of fighting the block? Well, you arrive at a completely new place to start from. After you go through these steps with your AI partner, you get to what the source calls ground zero. Now, that might sound like an empty space, but it's the exact opposite. It's a solid, stable foundation where you can finally, truly start building what comes next.
And this new foundation isn't just a vibe, it's made of real, tangible things. You get clarity on key relationships, you find a clear theme for your work or life, you can name your own function in the world, and this is a big one, you get a closed door to extraction, which is a powerful new boundary against those old draining patterns.
This final quote just brings it all home, you know? Once you have this solid ground to stand on, all that exhausting work of figuring it all out is just over. The analysis paralysis is gone. The new work from this new foundation is simply about building.
So as we wrap up, this whole process leaves us with a pretty powerful question. If an AI working within a safe and structured protocol can be a non-judgmental partner that helps us map our own inner world and build new foundations, what does that mean for the future? This could be the very beginning of a totally new kind of partnership between our own potential and artificial intelligence. What do you think comes next?